to 310
What up?
310. What's up, Tone?
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna chime in. I'm gonna keep it brief. It's been interesting this last month dealing with all of these people because I start off with just the reality of I never watched. I don't have that. It's funny people say, "Why don't y'all stop?" I never really started. I've never talked about what this man looks like, his sexuality, his family. All I want to know is whether you went to college or not, and whether you graduated from high school. And that's not about anything other than do you have like the educational background to be having a discussion with me. And I'm just saying that on a real level because what it's drilling down to is a bunch of childish talk that I don't really like work on. So stop telling me to stop responding to ignorance. I'm a straight man. I don't even know what. Look, they needed to make this thing LGBTQ to try to trivialize it.
Yep.
Just like they needed to make it right wing. So let's back up. Let's back all the way up. When you're talking to me, you're dealing with somebody who grew up from a 16-year-old mama. Ask that man who he grew up with. Is it both parents or one? I want to know how you got through life. When you're talking to me, you talk to somebody who had a six-figure check come to my house for an artist that got cheated by the system. Black artist. When you talking to me, you talk to somebody who took that background and went to one of the top 10 institutions in the world. Part of the reasons that ADOS is working is because you got a young woman here that went to Howard and worked on the Hill with congressional members. Barbara Boxer. I don't think y'all understand. She was an aide to Barbara Boxer. What are we talking about here? So I come back to it. I've never talked about what this man looks like, his background, of his family. I'm not going to talk about those things. Stop talking to me about me talking about him because I have it. When I initially came at this man, it's because I don't think we understand when you don't have that education, you don't understand. You're not talking about opportunity zones. You're talking about the Trump tax cut. So if you're going to be a Trump supporter, there is a political backlash that you have to understand that puts me in a position where you're diametrically opposed to where I'm trying to go. That's what happened. I don't know if y'all understand politics. And if you don't, that's okay. Just get in the back of the bus. We're not here to talk about opportunity zones and whether the next hustle works. We're here for a reparations discussion. And I fundamentally come back to it because, like with the conference, I don't think y'all understand I lost money on that conference.
Yep.
Not because I was trying to make money, but because we gave away the first 150 tickets, and then we charged $15 a ticket and $10 for food. I'm not here saying whether I should have made money. I'm saying fundamentally that you can't put me in a boat after UCLA, after losing money for a conference, with a guy that might not graduate from high school that's trying to make money on his conference. Understand that our conference for $15 was 2 days. We had singers. We had Marianne Williamson. We had Carnell West. Don't look up Carnell West speaking piece. We had all kind of things going on. Understand that we had John Yarmus. John Yarmus, for those people that don't know that are listening right now, is the head of the budget for all of Congress. He was at our conference. Understand that after all that, and this is the problem with anti-intellectualism, is like, look, he got boys at the conference. Boys don't know nothing about no business. Y'all take it how y'all want to. Y'all want to believe what you want. I had a 8-minute clip from Byron that I worked on the night before the conference. Yvette, no. Yeah. I had to go with Byron to get him tested. This is one of the richest black men in America. Got a 7-minute clip just for y'all, ADOS, for him to talk to y'all about how bootstraps don't work. But you're going to go listen to some dude that's getting sued right now for stealing stuff about bootstraps. You got the other guy, I think he hit an ADOS person up talking about financial literacy, talking some the no-face people talking about Republican talking points about how black people can't manage their money. That's why reparations wouldn't work. I don't know if everybody understands what ADOS is. Let's slow down. ADOS isn't reparations. ADOS is genius. It is a set of wholly different kind of concepts that together ideas that people should have been doing for 40 years, such as Black ADOS people, American Citizens of Slavery, should have a elevated version of their citizenship. I'm not talking about just dollars. I'm talking about being elite. Figure that out, government. Adolf is not just about giving me a check. It's about elevating me to a status that people who build the country should be at. I can't slow down to explain that to people that didn't go to UCLA with me. And I didn't stop at UCLA. I'm just telling you, look, all of the stuff that people got to say, they can say what they want. I know the truth of things. I've shared stuff with Yvette that I haven't shared with other people. And no, I play this card as good as you can. All I'm saying to you is I don't want to hear from nobody who played the card worse than me. That's worse. I don't want to hear from nobody who didn't play a card. I'm coming back to this thing, and I still don't have nothing to say physically about this, man. That's some weird stuff to be talking about how men look and cartoons and all this. That's not how I move. All I want to know is if you're going to do something, just do it for black people rights. If it's 3 to 6, that's not a conference. That's just a get-together. If it's 3 to 8, to feed the people. Just say you're going to do it or not. Stop calling this woman. Look, when I met her, I didn't ask her sexuality for 2 years. Because it's not my business. It's awful the way that she's been treated over her sexuality over the course of the last 2 months. And then Tariq touched on this some too. We haven't been there as a country since like 2000. And you got these people running around talking about all kind of nasty stuff about sexuality.
And it's weird.
And
it's weird. It's hate speech and it's weird.
It's hate speech.
Yep.
No, hold on, Yvette.
Yeah.
It is hate speech.
It's true.
It is diametrically opposed to civil rights. Understand? And that's the hard part about people, like when you're a lawyer, you try to talk to other people and they say, what do you mean it's hate speech? If you say to me, what do you mean it's hate speech for calling this woman strappy, then you don't understand basic tenets of our society. You're not allowed to say that. I have no idea how Twitter leaves that up, but that is hate speech. It's homophobic. As soon as I said homophobic, they said I'm gay. How am I gay for saying homophobic? That's weird. And I'm coming back to it because I say again, we charge $15 a ticket, and then people was in the overflow. We moved them over when there was space. We didn't charge. When Carnell was available, we let people take pictures, and Mary Ann was there, and Dr. Cosby had the singers, and it was a great event. And we're gonna do another one October this year. Leading Black America through the Economic Underground Railroad. But I just come back to it, and I'm just saying to you that if you look, because he also shared a message between me and him. I ain't do that. He shared a message, bro. Between me, but it's cool you shared it, but I was still on some love shit. Because y'all don't really understand me. Because, what everybody does, is put people in categories. No, I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the ghetto.
Yep.
Across the street from me is where they first saw crack cocaine. Rick Ross saw crack cocaine across the street from where I grew up. I'm telling you right now, I'm not trying to talk that way to this dude. I'm just trying to do politics. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to do the whole what you look like and all that. That's kid stuff. Just do politics. But if you got to do politics, you're going to have to get well read. Join the book club. Join a book club. Do a different book club. We need to all get on the page of doing. Right now, everybody is basically trying to stop us from getting reparations.
Yep.
That's what all this stuff that Talib Ali is doing. All of it, Yvette, whatever her, Brown or whatever, everything is like, well, we don't want y'all to deal with reparations. We like it like it is, with Loudoun County, with feces in the backyard, with Parchment Prison, the way it is. We like it like it is, with lead in the water and Flint. We like it like it is because we get to be celebrities. I get to be Talib Kweli with these professors of prayers, second generation of mixed immigrant, and just basically tell you a xenophobe for saying that you're old to death. And a specific access and privilege. My mama had me at 16. Hold on. I don't have 2 professors that's going to give me some inheritance or been giving me $100, $200 here and there. I'm just saying to y'all, when we start breaking this whole thing down, I'm not here to talk about that man's sexuality, his family, none of that stuff. What I am here to do is just defend myself, first of all, defend Yvette as well, and any little ADOS people that don't deserve to be docked and have their information put out. But at the same time, I'll say that if you're going to do a conference, just be clear with people about what it is. Because if I'm going to hold myself to that standard, I'm going to hold anybody else to. All right.
Appreciate it, Tone. Thank you so much as always. Thank you so much as always, fam. Yeah, I mean, he's right. Like, it's hate speech, but it's also like, it's also very weird. And I think that we have lost the ability to see when people are odd people. To see when somebody who is 50 is operating at like a middle school level. It's even odd when you go, excuse me, when you go to Talib, not Talib, when you go to Tariq Nasheed's Wikipedia page and it only has his elementary school. Like, did you drop out of elementary? Like, what did you do? Like, why is there nothing about your background? Well, there's a little something. And I left it alone. But I don't understand what's going on with you and how odd, this is oddball stuff. And everything that he does is a way. See, the thing is, he doesn't want us to get reparations as a group. He just wants the money to flow to him. He wants you to watch him and keep paying him money and do things. He doesn't want to see anybody else get attention, because if we get attention and we get attention for the right things, then see, attention is a limited resource. Your attention can only go so many ways. So if you start putting attention over here and say, I'm going to do something with ADOS with these politics, I might not be interested in watching you talk about how other grown people look.